Today we are here with Dr. Sex Fairy Kanwal Bawa to talk about sexless relationships. Dr. Bawa, thank you so much for joining us here today. We always love having you here at South Florida Live.
Thank you for having me back.
Of course. So today we're talking about sexless relationships. So let's get into it. How common is that, and how many clients are you receiving in your offices right now that are having these issues?
It is extremely common. 20% of marriages in America are sexless. You wouldn't think that, but that's really what the reality is. And over a third of people are sexually unfulfilled.
And what are the main causes of this in relationships? What do you see are some of the outside factors that may be causing this sexless relationships within different marriages around the world?
Well, you know, they are the obvious ones that everybody knows about: money, work, children, sports schedules, those things. But what people don't realize is that men start to have performance issues very early in life. And they're embarrassed to admit it to themselves, let alone to their spouse. So testosterone, just to give you a small example, starts declining in men at the age of 30 by 1 to 2% a year. Women have a more drastic decline later with their hormones when it comes to menopause. So ED as well, it starts early. Blockages start forming early. So if they don't get help for this, they're embarrassed to admit to their spouse that they simply can't perform. And also sleep is another issue. If you're not sleeping well, your fertility, your hormones, everything is affected in both men and women. So that's a huge problem, causing sexless relationships as well, and denial.
Right. So what is your number one advice for couples who are dealing with this right now? What's the first step that they should take?
Show each other kindness and show yourself kindness. And then I would say admit that there is a problem, because denial is not helping anyone. Then I think they should get help from a professional who specializes in sexual medicine, because it's a very unique subset of issues to look at. And I think too many doctors in the regular medical field tend to miss these issues.
So not being afraid to seek the help that you need to fix it.
Yes.
All right. Well, thank you, Dr. Bawa, so much for that insightful information. We always love having you here. Remind us again where we can find out more information.
Well, I recently came out with a podcast episode. I have the Dr. Sex Fairy podcast, and episode 130 specifically discusses sexless marriages and relationships, why they happen, and how to fix them.